Here in Reading, we've got our own little commercial ambition. We use in-house highway works. We've got our own DLO for highway maintenance. And one of the things I'm looking to do is to try and reduce the cost of our road marking refreshing. So what we want to do and what we've been moving towards is training up our own staff so that they can refresh existing road markings. This way I can then not overspend the budget through a contractor, and that we can start bringing our budgets in line, and also I can then use it to capital money into that team so we can start refreshing the rest of Reading. A lot of our residential roads have old lines, they're faded, and it's a lot more economical for us to bring in our own machine so that we can, with our own staff, that we can then do more with the money we've got. We still will use our main contractor. WJ is still a main contractor. I mean, they for all the main works. We're not looking to compete with them, but we're looking for the minor maintenance, you know, the APM, the refreshing of a double yellow line, parking enforcement lines, those kind of things. The bits that could take a while to put on a program to get a contractor to do, we can react and deal with it straight away. So it's really about being in the right place to react, make sure we can keep our costs within check, and then slowly learn and grow from that.
Hi, my name's Paula Clayton-Smith. I'm from Local Council Roads Innovation Group. I'm the Chief Executive of an organisation that works with councils like Reading Borough Council, where we are sharing good practice that's going on. One of the reasons that I've come here today to Reading Borough Council to see the team here is to look at the innovations that they are doing for their local community and on their local roads. So the great thing about what Reading does is not only does it work with its elected members, but it works with its team to provide a truly collaborative approach to delivering innovation. So a couple of areas that we've been looking at today is one of the areas which is just incredible really, is an electric powered road marking vehicle, and that vehicle is going to be something that's really going to make a difference to Reading's roads, and also from an environmental perspective it's going to have quite a big impact. I cannot emphasise enough the importance it is of councils like Reading Borough Council and the team here looking at innovations. The important thing about the innovations is it means it really delivers for what the community needs in the areas of the borough. And I just love coming to see councils like Reading Borough Council. And I think the other thing I would say is as an organisation, we work with well over 100 highways authorities. And I can absolutely say that Reading is up there in the top for being an organisation that looks at innovation to really blend that into a better delivery for its services.
We're forever looking to upskill our staff. We want to, starting out 15 years ago just doing pothole repairs, to the commercial ambition we've got now, small schemes, road marking, and a whole host of sustainable urban drainage system works we do. The idea is to develop our own. It's part of our succession planning, bringing youngsters, put them through apprenticeship programs, making sure that it benefits. So yes, it benefits our long-term ambitions, succession planning. It brings new skills into the team that we want. It also gives us opportunity to service other in-house departments like valuation and housing that have small lining, refreshing or schemes they would like us to do, and it's a lot cheaper for them to use us directly as well. Plus, of course, it keeps any money that we got within the council, within our own council.
Hello, my name is Karen Rowland. I am the lead councillor at Reading Borough Council for Environmental Services and Community Safety. I'm really delighted to welcome Meon's electric line marking machine into our fleet at Reading Borough Council. We are constantly on the hunt for sustainable answers and meeting the climate emergency through any way possible. And with line marking machines such as this, and where we've got electric vehicles, it's really going to make a difference for us. It's bringing a product in-house in the first instance. We've got staff that are going to be able to be trained up. We're going to be able to be more agile in responding to line marking needs throughout the town. And so that's really an exciting thing.
So I think the challenges we face is in terms of helping local authorities help their communities. So that's about making sure we showcase innovations from companies like Meon that really are demonstrating, pushing ahead on what they can sort of offer to councils to provide a better service. So it's quite a challenge actually, because innovation is constantly moving, and for some councils it's easier to think that the innovation they used 2 or 3 years ago is the right one, but actually it's really important to keep working with companies like Meon and others to look at what else can be sort of developed and what else can be sort of taken on board, when we've got things like net zero and we've got all the other challenges that councils are faced with.
Sure, but what we do want to do is do as much as we can in-house. And sustainability is a huge part of it. We need to drive down our carbon use. We need to use innovative products that Meon have brought to us and other contractors and suppliers, so we can reduce our carbon footprint. We can use cold applied materials and also, more importantly, long-lasting materials. That means, I might have a capital injection to get a whole lot of lining down the borough, but it'll last much longer. And that is really key to how we as a council are going to survive in the future, because there are constant pressures, worldwide economic pressures. There are pressures on councils just to support one another, social services and all those very high profile and expensive items. So what we really want to do is be a sustainable team. We want, we've already got a negative budget in my highways and drainage team that they are contributing back to the council, and it's to incrementally grow that correctly so that we can deliver a good service to the people of Reading, the residents of Reading, and also to our council, so we can stay on a sound economic footing.
And I think what I think is fantastic is, if I can name check Sam Sheen at Reading Borough Council, by working with yourselves, that allows a really good way of constantly pushing the boundaries for innovation.
When we are looking to meet our climate goals for 2030 of a net zero society here in Reading, every little bit we do helps. And a line marking machine such as this, where you've got the cold application, where you're reducing carbon, and where you're going to have lines that are going to be lasting longer, all contribute to our overall sustainability goals and meeting the climate emergency. This is really, really great innovation, and we're really, really proud to bring this into our fleet at Reading Borough Council.
We've only got a limited number at this point in time, but the idea is to roll that out. Yes, the training's been good, it's informative, the guys are supported, and your team have come out when we had the trial and helped them set up, and also come back again when we use some new equipment, like for the drying of the wet markings, for example. So there's support. The support from Meon has been key to this success, without a doubt. And it's something we want to keep that partnership going. We've got a brand new machine now on store, and we've had the training, and we know that with Chris and the team, there's going to be ongoing support going forward. It's not going to just leave it with us, because if anything, the success here will just breed success elsewhere and help sell the machine somewhere else.
Name checking Sam again, there is certainly we see that authorities that are really truly delivering the best for their local communities are the ones that are pushing the boundaries. I mean, they're not just using sort of old techniques and relying on it. They're constantly looking at what's new and coming out. But equally, that's not to say that there aren't some techniques that maybe were used 10, 20, 30 years ago that have lost fashion, but actually are coming out. So, preserving our roads and so forth. So it's really quite an incredible, task that officers have to do.
Well, I've got to thank LCRIG, the Local Council Road Investment Group. I mean, I was introduced to them about 2 years ago, and what they've done is brought suppliers and also small individual companies that have got a great innovative idea to the council. So LCRIG facilitates councils to go to an event where all the suppliers can come and sell their products to us, because ultimately the councils will buy these products. Road marking for the highways on the public highway, that is where we want to be putting these kind of products. So LCRIG has been instrumental in bringing us together. And so I would say 2 years I've been part of LCRIG. We were introduced early on at one of their conferences to Meon. I've had discussions to Chris and the team about some of their products, and we've been brave enough to take on some trials, and they've all been successful. You know, and that is what it's all about. It's about doing a trial. But in Reading specifically, I'm very keen for us, once we do some innovation, how do we bring it in as business as usual? Because that is will ultimately measure the success of the trial.
The importance of upskilling the local workforce, and and having been just out looking at a demonstration where a couple of the team are being trained up here, and we saw one of the young guys today who's going to be using the machine on Reading's roads. That allows a local authority to keep investing in the next generation.
This year, our highways team won the best services team in the country. We're really excited about that, but one of the reasons that we won is because we strive for innovation. Our team is energized and delighted to see products like Meon's line marking machine that's all electric come forward, and we are eager to get these initiatives into service and get going immediately. When our officers get excited about it, councillors get excited about it, and we all get excited about products like this, because we are all on a pathway to reach net zero by 2030, and every single bit counts. So frankly, I can't thank Meon enough for being innovative and providing exciting solutions to tackling the climate emergency, such as with a line marking machine, such as we got from Meon this year, and we're really excited. From a personal standpoint too, the perfection of the line, the way it looks, the way it presents itself on the road, it's so much cleaner, it's quicker, it's easier to apply, and it's just really exciting to not only have something that's going to meet our climate emergency goals, but also aesthetically. It's a really, really wonderful product, so we're delighted that we're moving forward with Meon.
I mean, what I want to say is it's a really a team Reading success story. This, our members gave us have taken a tremendous leap of faith in us to do innovation, to trial new materials, and then deliver it. And by delivering it and being successful, it becomes a true team Reading success story that I'm extremely proud of and want to shout about. And all of it together is driving the innovation, but also the success. So I'm all for it, and I can only thank LCRIG for introducing me to this, and it's given an unbelievable opportunity.
I think the future for LCRIG is very much more councils looking to us to put us in contact with, again, companies like Meon and others who are constantly pushing the boundaries about net zero and decarbonising our industry, which of course is unfortunately one of the more polluting ones. But if we work together, we collaborate together, then actually we can solve this problem together too.